What do you need to know before installing a landscape sprinkler system? In this video, I will provide the questions and help you to understand each one. This will enable you to hire the right person to design and install a system that distributes water efficiently to your landscape. Will the system, as proposed, provide effective and efficient coverage to all areas of your landscape? Here are the questions you need to ask. What is my best water source? Is it public water, well water, or some other source? What is the best choice when you have multiple choices? What flow rate is required and why? A workable flow rate will enable you to complete an irrigation program under the highest demand conditions in an acceptable time window. If you have multiple water sources, which is the most cost-effective? Compare install versus lifetime cost, often incurring the initial additional expense to develop a private water source can save money over the long term. Does the system separate different coverage areas, such as turf, shrub, or annuals? All have different water requirements. If not separated, this will cause problems. You could be forced to overwater one area in order to apply the correct amount to another, such as when turf and shrubs are on the same zone. How best to cover each area? Do you use spray, rotors, or drip? You want uniform coverage with minimal waste. Select the product that eliminates overspray and best fits the area you are irrigating. Will all zones be operating at recommended pressure? For example, optimum pressure is different for spray versus rotor zones. Will sprinkler spacing provide good water distribution? This simply means acceptable distribution of water across the entire irrigated area. In general, this happens when there is head-to-head coverage with rotor or spray zones and emitter and row spacing based on actual soil conditions for drip zones. Will the precip rate of each zone allow infiltration without runoff? For example, precip rates vary widely from rotor zones to spray zones, and infiltration rates must be considered to eliminate runoff and water waste. Will zone groupings account for factors like slope, shade, and drainage? You could create problems if you irrigate full sun and full shade areas at the same time, even though you have selected the right sprinkler for the coverage area. Is pipe sized correctly with velocities of less than 5 feet per second, which is an industry standard? Pipe must be sized to maintain flow speeds at less than this industry standard. If not, sooner or later, leaks will occur. What irrigation controller will work best for you? How will you control and manage your system? Will the controller you select allow you to program and manage your system in the way that produces the best results? Here are the questions you need to ask. How will program adjustments be made? Manually or automatically, and which approach works best for you? Does a smart controller require specific input, such as soil type, slope, or shade? The setup is crucial to get the best results from your smart controller. Does a smart controller ever require manual adjustments? Yes, they do. Over time, oversight and adjustments are still needed. Do you need remote access to the controller and why? Remote access will enable easy program adjustments, and performance monitoring. What type of remote access will work best for you, for your site? Is it cell service, Wi-Fi, or Ethernet? Do you need access to real-time flow information and electrical faults? Will the controller you select accept a flow sensor or meter and provide real-time information that can save large amounts of water and dollars? Will notifications be sent out on flow and electrical issues? How will they be sent? Email, text, or controller app? And what works best for you? Who will receive these notifications and initiate necessary action? A team approach keeps everyone on the same page. The responsibility of all parties must be clearly defined. What controller is best for you? By answering these questions about how your system is going to operate, you can select the best controller for your site. Will the controller you selected be able to produce reports to give you the feedback you need? How will you know if your system is performing well? You can't correct mistakes if you don't identify them first. Why do I need any reports? To confirm good results or identify problems. What reports will be produced? A water use analysis compares usage to actual demand. An alert summary can help to identify recurring service issues. Who will prepare necessary performance reports and who will they be sent to? They can define system performance and highlight areas where changes are needed. In summary, now that you have a greater understanding of what questions you need to ask, you can select the system that works best for you. Please reach out if you need any help with specific questions about your project. Here's my contact information. Thank you.